Alright, so remember, was it about a week or so back, there was that news that Megan Fox would be in the new Ninja Turtles movie. And I freaking was furious. I mean, Ninja Turtles, not exactly a great film franchise. The first one was pretty good, and the others are eh. And like the cast, I mean, whoever played April in the past, I couldn't name them. But the cartoon is fantastic, the 2003 cartoon. And that April was good, like, it was really good cast cartoon. And then, that's the thing I love. That's where I love the Ninja Turtles. And then to hear this Michael Bay story of, oh, it's aliens and all. I think now the synopsis is like aliens that make the Ninja Turtles or something. And it's got Megan Fox in it. That just makes me furious. But I'm here to talk about good casting news and not about that crap. So, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, they ditched James Franco's character. It's set 15 years after the events of Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I don't know if James Franco's character just died from the plague or a gorilla ripped his spine out or something, but whatever, he's gone. Now we got Jason Clarke from Lawless, among other things, who's a fantastic actor, and Gary Oldman, who's a good guy, I'm pretty sure, because it said he's leading the human resistance against the apes, so that probably means he's a good character. So I'm excited to see that. I mean, that's a good cast. And Andy Serkis is going to be back again as Caesar, I think. I'm excited for this movie. These new Apes movies are so much better than Mark Wahlberg's. Hey, monkey, what are you doing over there? Is that ape Abraham Lincoln? I mean, really, Abraham Lincoln ape statue, that's... Oh, my... It's silly. Tim Burton, don't do that again. But these ones are actually good. You can take them more seriously because they play out well. They're very well written and acted, not whatever Mark Wahlberg and them were doing. And then the other news, all the Amazing Spider-Man people. There's a huge cast that's been announced, and I've kind of been holding off on it, but now I decided, okay, I need to talk about it now for sure. So first off, we got Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone coming back, okay. The newest news, Chris Cooper is going to play Norman Osborn, but I don't think they said that he'll play Green Goblin. He's going to be Norman, but they didn't announce that it'll be Green Goblin. Because I think they're getting pretty conscious. You know, it was only like 5 years ago, Spider-Man 3 was not the best thing. All they did was throw in more and more villains. It was bad. So they're probably not going to be doing that. I think they'll set up Norman Osborn because also you got Dane DeHaan as Harry Osborn, so you'll set up those characters to be villainous next time. Because now we got Jamie Foxx as Max Dillon / Electro, a character that is pretty B-list if you ask me. I don't think he's ever been a viable threat, except for in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 video game. Yeah, I played it. That game was awesome. It was kick-ass. If you grew up in the early 2000s, late 90s, you knew that game was badass. That's when Electro was pretty pimp. Jamie Foxx as Electro, I got no gripes. It's like, oh, but Electro should be this way. It's like, do whatever you want with Electro. I mean, really? It doesn't matter as long as the actor's good. I think Jamie Foxx can make a badass Electro. I don't think, like, is there really a set character specifics for Electro? He's just supposed to be a dude that got zapped by a pole when he's fixing something, and then, oh, I got powers. Like, he get the powers of a Sith Lord. Just, yeah, that's it. So, do whatever you gotta do with Electro. Make him cool. And then the other villain, Paul Giamatti as the Rhino. Another B-C-list villain. And that's almost true to all Spider-Man villains when I think about it. There's not very many villains that you think of for Spider-Man where it's like, yeah, that guy pushed him to his limits and is a viable threat. You get Venom, Green Goblin, and Doc Ock. Anyone else? Sandman, kinda not. Carnage was a good one, but aside from that, it's like Vulture, Electro, Shocker, Rhino, and the thousands of other villains. Mysterio. It's like, there's a lot of guys that are just kind of punching bags. Rhino, for the most part, is one of them. He's just kind of a dude that put on a rhino suit or something and, like, just runs at him and Spider-Man will just move and he runs into a wall. Like, isn't that what he did in all those cartoons and video games? I'm pretty sure that is. Except for the one video game, they made him a dude and a robot. That begs the question, what's Paul Giamatti going to be doing? Is he going to be a guy in like a rhino robot, or is he going to be just Paul Giamatti CGI'd into a big buff dude dressed as a rhino? What are they going to do? Paul Giamatti's a fantastic actor. I think he'll do the character good. As long as they don't try to make the character too threatening. The character has to be a little more of a henchman like a strong henchman, but he can't be the main villain because that just won't work. Because, like, I'll never say never, but I mean, Rhino can't be a main villain. Electro can. Electro could serve a good main villain. Rhino maybe as like a thug that teams up with Electro, because they're both sort of B-list. They team up, make a cool team. Okay, whatever. The casting is good. I hope it makes the movie good, because if you watch my review way back then, I'm not that impressed with the last Spider-Man movie. It felt a lot like they were just taking from the old one. Because, like, the origin's origin. You gotta do that for the most part. But, I mean, the story felt very reminiscent, and at some parts just felt even worse than the old one. So it's like, please make this one its own movie. Make it original. Do your own thing. Don't worry about anything in the old movies. Just do what you gotta do to make the movie good. So what are your thoughts on this casting? Do you think Gary Oldman's a good choice for Dawn of the Planet of the Apes? Do you think these villains for Spider-Man 2 were good choices? Comment below, let me know. Yep, they made a third one. Yes, it's true, we get Hangover Part 3. And I gotta be honest, I love the first Hangover. I think it's a really funny, somewhat original, infinitely quotable comedy. It's really good. Second one, not a great comedy. Like, it's kind of funny, but, you know, they spoiled some of the best jokes in the trailer, and it's not original. They copy the whole first movie. It's lazy written, so I don't like the second one, but this one looks like it could be good. They don't give anything in the trailer. I have no clue what this movie's about. All I know is they go to Vegas, and then they just go crazy. Like, I have no clue what they're doing. This movie, because they're not giving anything away, that either means it's not funny, or they're hiding all the comedic genius for a change, instead of two other Todd Phillips movies, because Hangover Part 2 and Due Date gave away a lot of the movie's funniest jokes, and this one doesn't look like they're doing that. It looks like they're trying to contain all the comedic genius and surprise you, kind of like the first one did. Because the first one is a surprise. Like, it was funny. No one expected it to be that funny. I know there's some people that say it's overrated. I think it's underrated. It's really good. I'm excited for this third movie. Definitely going to go see it. Comment below. Tell me what you thought of the trailer. Do you think it's going to suck? Do you think it's going to be good? What do you think of the trailer? Just when I thought I could stop making videos for a little while, take a little break, all of a sudden they bust the big news on me. So Star Wars Episode 7, or as most people like to think of it, Episode 4. Because those other three movies never happened. So yeah, Star Wars Episode 7, casting news. It's always been, like, since it was announced, you're like, oh, who's going to direct it? Who's going to be in it? And now we got J.J. Abrams directing, who's also working on Star Trek, so that's awesome. The casting news, we got Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, and what's his real name? Harrison Ford. Yeah, why can't I remember his real name? Oh, that's right, because he's Han Solo, and we also got Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia coming back to Star Wars. That's amazing. I don't know if they're going to be in it a little bit or a lot, but no matter how much they're in it, I'm so excited. We got the 3 stars of the original 3 movies in. This is such big news. Everyone's excited, I'm pretty sure. Now this pretty much means Star Wars Episode 7 might make the most money of any movie ever existed. I mean, James Cameron couldn't make 3 Avatar movies in a row that'll make the money Star Wars 7 might make now. Because I think everyone at this point is just so excited. Star Wars 7 is going to be a juggernaut of a movie. So 2 years from now, basically you'll be seeing me with like a whole bunch of Star Wars posters ever, just in anticipation for the movie. Just probably not watching over the movies because I don't want to see George Lucas's weird changes he made. But if they come out with an original versions of the 3 movies on Blu-ray, I'll probably get those. But yeah, so this is some big news. I can't wait for this movie to come out. It's so awesome. Comment below, tell me what you think about this news about Star Wars. Are you super excited? Are you not? I mean, there's almost no chance you can't be excited. So just tell me, who are you most excited to see again? Are you most excited to see Princess Leia, Luke, or Han Solo? Who are you most excited for?